supposed to be a fun night out. You're with your friends, you were dressed up, often a night out. What happened?
So we were on the tube, on the Jubilee line, ready to go to the O2 for this event. And came down, these guys got on, started shouting homophobic abuse. And one of my friends stood up and said, come on, like, that's not OK, it's not acceptable. And they kind of got up in his face.
How old were they?
16 and 17.
So young lads, really.
Yeah. Like way bigger than I am as well. And yeah, they got on and started shouting this abuse, and my friends were like, it's not OK. And they carried on, and I stood up and I said, come on, like, give it a rest. To which they, like...
See, you were very brave doing that. There's a lot of people would say, whatever they were shouting at you, whatever they were doing, they would just say, just keep your head down, get off the train.
Yeah.
Don't confront them.
Yeah.
Right. So, were you very brave doing this? Were you right, or were you silly doing this? What do you think in retrospect?
I think, like, you know, it's when somebody's shouting that they're being so aggressive, you can't ignore it. And I think, you know, I'm not going to sit there and let somebody shout in my face and kind of attack the person that I am. So they just carried on, and I was, you know, stop. And they grabbed hold of me, got me in a headlock, to the point I couldn't breathe. And the other one had got hold of my phone and was threatening me with it, and they were telling me to apologise.
No, this is the bit we want to emphasise to people. Yeah. They had singled you out. They, you know, realised you were gay. Yeah. And they made you say what? And
they told me to apologise for being gay. Was, be sorry. And I was like, sorry for what? And they're like, sorry for being gay. And they carried on with these, like, homophobic slurs that they were... Sure. And
you're in a headlock at this stage, right?
And the one had a gilet on and was reaching into the gilet, making gestures of a knife, and then was making threats as well.
What were your friends doing?
So I don't blame, like, most of my friends. It was just froze in fright.
One did try to...
Yeah, they were a couple of them were trying to get them off me.
So did you say, I am sorry, I apologise for being gay?
So it was, they got me so tight I couldn't breathe around my neck, and I was so frightened for my life. I apologised. I was like, please, I'm sorry, just get off me. I'm obviously completely not sorry for my sexuality.
Did you actually have to say the words, I'm sorry, I'm gay?
I said, I'm sorry, please just get off me, because the train was coming into the station at the O2, and, you know, when you're so frightened for what might happen.
But I can see you're getting emotional talking about that, as if you are shameful at the fact that you had to apologise. But who wouldn't? I mean, that was presumably... the prurient thing to do, the practical thing to do, just to get them away. So after this, are you shaken? Are you angry? You go to the police?
Yeah, it was just absolute shock, because you just think in London, like, you feel so safe. And then, just getting off, and we ran straight up the escalators to the police. The British Transport Police have been absolutely fantastic. We reported it to a police officer, and she was great at calming down the situation. We're all getting very upset, and then seeing my friends get upset from seeing it. And on the tube, they had also like assaulted one of my friends. They'd hit her as well, and just like the absolute. We were just in disbelief. Because
you said you were going to an event. Were you dressed up, or what made them pick on you, do you think?
So, I was dressed in fancy dress. I got a pair of silver shorts on, I got covered in glitter, but I put a big parka jacket on.
Is this you on this?
Yes, that's my outfit, yeah.
And you had a jacket over the top
So I had a big parka jacket, not only because it was October and it was really cold, but at the same time, you know, cover myself up, because you don't know what people might shout, you know, and are still wary of what people are like, even before it happened.
You had to do a public appeal in the end, didn't you? You were involved in that.
Yeah, so my friend, her natural reaction was to get her phone out and film it, and luckily from the film, they got 2 stills of the 2 guys' faces. OK,
so all that's amazing. It takes a year, though, for these guys to be brought to court, right?
So it happened in October, so it's about 6 months.
All right, OK, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Right, so then what happens when they get to court? They're found guilty, and this is where your real problem is when it comes to the sentencing.
In my opinion, I just think, you know, it's slightly soft.
Yeah. So what did they get?
So they got £150 fine. They've got a £20 fee that they have to pay, and they have a 12-month referral order. So basically, like, go back to the police. I think it's probably a week for every 12
Don't get into trouble in that time.
But I feel like it's just a bit of a...
What would you have liked to have seen happen?
I think some sort of, like, community service, and if it could have been directed, you know, towards helping some sort of, like, LGBT support group to meet those people that they hurt, like, not like me specifically, but to see kind of, you know, what people go through, and that.
So, well, if it was a speeding offence, they would be sent on an educational course to do with that. I mean, your thinking is that something similar should apply here.
Well, within the court, they did use the excuse that they'd been drinking, and so they used that as an excuse as to the way that they acted. However, I think, you know, if you're drink driving, if you hit someone, you can't use the excuse, oh, well, I'd had a bit to drink, so that's why I hit them. That wouldn't let you get off.